The market's neighbor! Yes, it's me, back in sunny climes, because that's the way I like it. That's where I am, yeah! The vineyards, oh, it's so beautiful, it's so warm. That is northern Cyprus, that's the sea by my head there, right there. There's casinos, but the mountains with all the trees, that's where it's at. It's absolutely beautiful around here. And why are people here, you ask? Why are people here? Well, actually, I want to give a shout out to someone who I've seem to have on my feed. I probably followed him some time back, mainly because he consistently talks common sense. That means he doesn't sprout gibberish. And that's a gentleman by the name of Ben_Ricketts, at Ben_Ricketts. That's singular. Ricketts, R-I-C-K-E-R-T. Ben is saying something we've been saying for a better part of a decade as well, and that is that you should become ungovernable. Whoop whoop, ungovernable. That means fuck all governments. That means no single government has complete power over you. And this is something we've been not only saying but doing for our community members. And I'm actually standing on a site that is playing a role for many people becoming ungovernable, and I'll explain a little bit more on that. But we're also going to talk about the FX theme that has been running really strong for you. That is USD dollar dominance. So being in North Cyprus, which is a Turkish province, only recognized by Turkey. Now, can you see the value of becoming ungovernable if you stay 180 days or a day less, let's say, in a country that is totally unrecognizable suddenly, except by Turkey, of course, as a nation state? Can you imagine the value of that if you're a German? This particular resort behind me, the entire place was packed out with Germans, all looking for real estate. Why would they want that? Because they done with their fuckhead governments that are max extractors. So Ben's comments in his tweet, by the way, if you should follow us at the Market Sniper, I'm going to give him a retweet. You'll also meet other high value people that talk general common sense on most days, on most occasions. Do not have all your bank accounts in one country. Yes, we've got that one covered. We've got it covered from getting you remotely open Georgia accounts. That is Georgia, the country, outside of the common reporting standards. You could, of course, in time secure for yourself some form of Turkish / Northern Cyprus bank accounts. That's not going to have too much to do with the Eurozone as well. Business incorporated in another country. Yes, indeed. Hence our Panama services, which I've just returned from. A better half of, we were there from December last year. We had 2 New Years cut on the plane, and when we landed, so the better part of five and a half months, and they're meeting up with all our contacts and further refining, further adding services that you can get on the incorporation, and that includes opening crypto accounts. We've got guys that have purchased homes offboarding crypto, the big challenges that crypto guys make when you made money. Now, don't mention crypto right now, everyone's so hurting. We'll come back to the dollar dominance theme and what that all means in a minute, but the days will change, guys. The bull market will return. Let me tell you, blockchain or the technology and the thinking behind digitizing everything is absolutely not going away, and things will go up again, but not right now. Wait till the sniper starts telling you that we could be turning. A lot of people got into the bottom caller frenzy and got wrecked chasing up Bitcoin, only to have it come back down really hard, charge up to 33. They FOMO in, this is it, and then they get shaken out back down because of sizing and all sorts of typical errors. People will say spending less than 10K to learn how to do this properly is too much money. At our peakest, most expensive product, which is full community service, full access, full learnings, all the course materials that's professionally recorded, you can do for a third of that, you can do self-study only. But people will say, that's a lot of money, I don't want to spend that, take that out of my trading account, and then they'll blow 25 grand chasing in a single pump. You know, they'll lose 25 grand in money that we could have prevented them from doing. So, you know, you got to decide. People, it's like not buying your health insurance. It feels like a grudge purchase. I don't want that. And then you get rear-ended in a car by a drunk driver, and guess what? That just happened to me. And the next thing you know, you're leaning on the health services. Anyway, that was a while ago. I'm fine, by the way. I'm not looking for sympathy or anything. We're all good. But it happens. Shit happens. And your insurance against losing unnecessary amounts of money is at themarketsniper.com. Book a call and chat. You could be doing reset planning. Look at that 4x4. That is the new Reset Snipers goddamn car. You all want Rolls Royces and Lambos. You're fucking stupid. You want a rough-assed, last forever Toyota goddamn Hilux Land Cruiser. That is the Reset Snipers, properly kitted with a fridge in between you and your partner. You can put a little brewski or two in there, places where the enforcement is low, certainly your chilled water, certainly anything else. Go for your picnics. You can be in the mountains, in the forest. Let's show you some of this countryside, by the way. Look at that, beautiful mountains all around. The mountain bike riding videos are coming back on Reset Sniper. The mountain bike riding, woohoo, you're gonna see it again. I'll be doing my non-farm payrolls from here. Here's your vineyard. We're in these overlooking the vineyard, and that's your sea over there. Now if you want to be straight on the sea, sure, but it's hotter. I actually like the coolness, the breeze that you get here. It's very beautiful temperature. I mean, I love Panama. Super steamy, super goddamn hot. I can walk around here more in the sun. I get my 15 minutes of vitamin D every day. It's easy. I'll be on the e-bike. I'll be charging around recording Reset Snipers videos and telling you about who's doing what and why they're all arseholes, and why you need to be speaking to us more about getting free, living the life of Riley in totalitarian times. You can do it. Why were all the Germans here? I tell you why all the Germans were here. I tell you why all the British were here on separate events in this hotel. They are buying property here because the Turkish lira is mashed. And this area, this half of the island, is utterly supported by the expats of Britain, Europe, and also Scandis, by the way. So obviously not as big a country as Germany, but you get the Scandinavian, the European, the Northern European. You occasionally get Americans this part of the world, but the key thing is if you're a European or you're a South African, or even if you're from Australia and New Zealand, you get to be part of 6 months where no one cares to track you. You stay less than 180 days here, the Turkish government doesn't mean to know. You can move in. You own a home here. You every year fill in one form that gives you right of coming and going. It's like a temporary residency. You keep renewing it. As a homeowner, you will always be granted it, and you come and stay 180 days here. And guess what that means? With a bit of you've got to watch your travel time, though. It doesn't count. You get out of tax zone in the likes of Germany. You spend a week somewhere else on the way home. You will never be 6 months in your home nation. You have to become ungovernable, and part of that is reducing the amount of money you are feeding an evil World Economic Forum type machine, because your government is not even your government. It's a localized enforcement committee for the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, the IMF, the every other CFR, Bilderberg Group. Davos has just happened. Every little twittering nonce that's ever groped a child that shouldn't have, that thinks they're part of the criminal pedophilic elite, are up there, and they are making decisions and plans for you. Become ungovernable. In times of great deception, truth and becoming ungovernable is in fact the only moral, justifiable, revolutionary act, my friends. Yes, you're getting a full-on preach today from the sniper. He's had his coffee, he's bouncing, and you too could own 290,000 odd pounds we're looking at just round here. Home, stone made homes, authentic to high standard. The same people virtually that built this hotel. It's an amazing room, it's nice quality, the bathrooms are stunning, beautiful finishings, everything. Lovely breeze. I can't wait to be jumping on my e-bike on this side of the mountain as well. Food, Turkish food. Let me just say, not to upset my Greek friends, but the Turks can do food. The Turks can do food and they can do hospitality. I just chatted to a guy called Mehmet, a classic Turkish and Islamic name, for that matter. And amazingly, he said, give me a ghost call, because I was asking for leads to look at a few things. I had his number already in my phone. We spoke to him. He's a Liverpool fan, by the way. Way the Reds, Istanbul. Anyway, so he was in my phone because I spoke to him 3.5 years ago, and then we couldn't, because for reasons of not having yellow slip getting over to this side of the island. We were turned back. We had made a booking. He cancelled it, no charges, no anything. He said, oh, when are you coming again? And he stayed in my WhatsApp. Anyway, I've just met him for the first time in person. He's dropping off all the places. He's telling me everything that's gone on here and why people are investing. And by the way, a short hop too. One of the reasons we're here, a short hop to Turkey. Istanbul's an amazing place. Go on the ferries over the river. It's beautiful to see. Can I just tell you, in terms of our other reset locations, it's absolutely divine. I've just done the flight. I've got 0 jet lag. Maybe that's the coffee, I don't know. Straight from Panama, straight to Istanbul. Sub 11 hours, and then a 1.5 hour short hop, and you're on Erkan in northern Cyprus. You could go from your full corporation home, where you spend 6 months, to your northern Cyprus home. The best seasons, in fact, the winters can, I would say, a bit blustery and can drop in temperature. They've had Cyprus Island had quite a wet and cold one. It's nice to be away. These balmy springs are just too beautiful, guys. They're too beautiful. Anyway, this is on Market Sniper, and I've gone full reset on you. But the problem is our 3 circles. And by the way, Reset Sniper was our name long before the World Economic Forum came out with the phrase, the Great Reset. They came and squatted their branding tanks, which are admittedly far larger than our little souls, on our lawn, rather than us doing any cloning there. Anyway, in terms of the trading side, let's talk trading. There's so much research you need to talk about. Support at the Market Sniper. Support at the Market Sniper. Become ungovernable. The people that are doing it, that set out to do it, started doing it, are helping others doing it. By the way, we just a big shout out to a couple that is known to us, of our community members, that took us and drove us to the airport. These are our clients driving us to the airport, that stayed in our apartment for the many occasions when they were coming away from their reset home in the hills. Big shout out to them. They know who they are. Become great friends, as it should be amongst reset people. We arrived safely, thanks for their help. We had tons of cases. We were 6 months. We take equipment, streaming and everything with us. I'm just using the device here today. I hope the audio is good. I'm barking like a full-on beast at the moment to make sure it doesn't get too soft for you guys. But big shout out to them. There's more of you waiting to get to know and do. And then you know who the people we meet? The ones that take action. The ones that take action. The ones that are serious. The ones that understand. This isn't a movie. This isn't some that are numbed with inertia. This is flipping happening. And you guess what? What you do during this Northern Hemisphere summer will set you up for the Northern Hemisphere winter. And they have plans. Those globalists in Davos, those globalists in the World Economic Forum, they have plans for you that they will be unfurling as it comes. And the more places you have bank accounts, the more places you have passports, the more places that you move in between while you still have freedom of movement. And by the way, here, no one even took a look at our PCR tests. As you can imagine, I'm very light on the injectable solutions. No one even took a look at our PCR tests. You can travel right now in between, and they're going to be starting to warm up the monkeypox. The whole monkeypox game, you can be sure that will be coming along. By the way, reset topics like this are generally covered in our Reset Sniper. Go to the Odyssey channel. We can speak more freely. Not that I have feel too inhibited today, but the big story that I want to talk about that is more Market Sniper related is the markets itself. Building wealth during these times. We have said dollar dominance, friends. Look at that vineyard. Dollar dominance USDJPY, beautiful. This is actually, we cover this in our theory. 3 impulse falling wedge with an upside first HVF in a new trend fractal leaning up against that capping descending grind line. All my community knows exactly what that means. You will learn in time with great recorded content. Gave you a huge bump. If you'd got in, you could have got in, I think, as low as upper 125s or on something that's knocking on the door close to 130s already on the USDJPY. We are doing our live trading day, guys. Our live trading day tomorrow. Literally, as I say, I will be in this higher uploads set aside from the hotel resort, checking in with my community for an hour and a half on traditional markets. I'll be taking a 30-minute comfort break, and then I will be checking in with them on the crypto markets. Bitcoin, risk off. So many Bitcoiners will have got wrecked, chasing in on the high at 133 something and then getting washed out. Sizing matters, guys. Do not be the first in the bottom. I'm not going to be. Let me just tell you up front. So for all the haters that will come and crash our party, I'm not going to be the first into the new bull in crypto, not until I have seen Max Payne roll out. You see the Fed, how they create fuckery? They talk a bit dovish for a while. Everyone starts going peak Fed, peak hawkishness, peak inflation. No, no, no. People calling tops on peaks on everything. It ain't over. We've got 111 Dixie target to be overrun, but you might get a serious rest after 111 because we've got natural geometry through our method and process over emotions. Hear me again. Method and process before emotion. Do not chase momentum. You will be washed out, especially if you don't understand. Method and process is beyond, with real money management, is beyond any momentum chasing. Do not be a dog chasing moving cars. These cars are mostly parked most of the time. You're going to end up with a flat face. Okay, all right. So with that method and process, let's talk about that USDTRY. Why not? We're in the lands of Turkey, the mystic lands of belly dancers. Think about that, lads, and try not, no touching below the belt line. Oh yeah, the belly dancers. So anyway, Turkey is not just belly dancing and great food. It's generally warm climates. It's generally quite high culture, the Ottoman Empire. People that I sometimes think whenever you talk about cultures, it's generally a very sectarian society, you know, and people get a little bit, they've been too brainwashed by their governments about Islam bad. If you're a guy that's like Islam bad, I'm sorry, you know, you've got to think about what happened to the Palestinians in Israel. You've got to think about a lot of things that the Westerners have done. You know, I don't want to get into a religious discussion that's going to be divisive, but the people here are welcoming, hospitable, and friendly, and good businessmen. Yes, can you get hustled? You can get hustled anywhere in any land. If you leave brain off, you know, never go into anything without brain off. But I'm looking forward to securing possibly fresh stone property in the mountain hills and riding in and around these parts and being ungovernable. So back to the USDTRY. Well, the USDTRY is part of our other theme of dollar dominance, which is FX emergings are going to lose value consistently. The USDTRY, I looked at the EuroTRY as well because we've got currencies, multi-currency accounts. That's what you'd get with us, by the way, guys. Instead of being ripped by your bank every time you deposit dollars in a euro account, euro in a dollars account, pounds in a dollar account, pounds in all the combinations, or yen, or wherever you're from, or Swiss franc, you can have a multi-currency account so that when you make deposits in that currency, you can actually keep that currency. Let me tell you, that's far smarter. But anyway, change of point. The Turkish lira has been smashed as an emerging, so your living costs are low. Germans like low living costs, so do British, so do many European Scandis as well. So you can have reduced living costs. You can have flights that you can go on Turkish Airlines, a better airline than most of the Europeans. So the 3 best airlines, all Islamic for me: Emirates, Qatar, Turkey. If I'm going to South Africa, I want to fly on an Emirates line, I want to fly a Qatar line, I want to fly a Turkish airline. I don't want Delta. I don't want British Airways. I don't want KLM. I don't want any of these other guys. They don't do it near as well. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and I'm, European heritage guy. So treat yourself. Go, in fact, where you are treated best. And that is not your own government. Your own government owns you and owns your inertia and tends to exploit it. Both in terms of tax extraction, service and quality that they give you, rules and regulations curbing your freedom that they impose on you. Come to a warm, balmy, warm, beautiful summer venue. Sea. We're going to go have a swim now. Then we're going to do non-farm tomorrow. We're going to be talking to our community members. This is a great way of living. This is a vineyard. The missus knocked a barrel, I should say a bottle, but I like the barrel lie, of local made wine. It was beautiful. No hangover this morning, all by herself. I won't say a barrel again, but it was a single bottle. It was delicious. So come and get organic. The salads here. Oh man, the stuff's been pulled out of the ground right in the corner, growing in this soil. None of this long route to market. Organic food, low cost. You can have so much without breaking the bank, and you can have a better lifestyle. And guess what? That government, you're a tourist, they kind of know you don't belong to them. Treat them nice so that they come back, and let them go. Look at this. Look at these little rondavels, natural stone, super cool. Wouldn't you like to come and stay under the fern trees here with us? These are the small ones. There's the pool. You can see the gals and boys in the mountains. Oh, it's too beautiful. Anyway, so yeah, time to get reset minded, time to make moves, time to be strong the dollar against FX emergings. Build your wealth while you are funding these amazing investments that you're going to make. Build your wealth. Build your wealth. Become richer. Defend that wealth from the overarching hands that want to charge you capital gains. Man, how dare anyone charge you capital freaking gains in an environment where they are destroying the currency? How dare they? It's not a capital gain. It's something that stood still in many instances, just held value. And you're being taxed on something that might have held value in a shell game of inflation where they destroy the underlying measurement. And they charge you a capital gain. Inflation is the scam. Inflation is the globalist scam, my friends. Inflation makes the borrowers, the billionaire borrowers at 0.2% mega wealthy, buying up like monopoly players all the hotels, motels, holiday inns. Say what? Sorry, that was a little bit of a rap song that jumped in there. They are buying all of it up, cheap money, and destroying that debt. They're destroying that debt. I'm almost strolling into somebody else's unit here. That would be interesting. Oh, sorry, my lady. Didn't mean to catch you in the shower there. You're now live on YouTube. So anyway, the big scam of inflation is they get to charge you capital gains, guys. They get to charge you capital gains on money or on assets that have held value in a inflationary world that they created so that they could tax you into poverty. The middle classes, the shell game on the middle classes is to tax you into poverty and to maximize the billionaire's wealth. That is the great game, because it does two things. It smashes everybody to the working poor, except the billionaires with the debt, which devalues the debt and pumps their assets and turns them into mega billionaires. And there have been clear-cut conspiracies that were discussed and were planned through the houses and places of London, whereby the sole goal is, how do we own everything? How do we get to own everything? A classic book, I can't remember the author, too many readings, too much of a sieve brain to retain them all. None dare call it a conspiracy. Go schmoogle that and tell me the author's names in the comments. About the society from Rhodes all the way, of course, Rothschild, Rockefeller, all the scandalous blood vampires that just want to suck your energy of your effort, devaluing your currency and then telling you your asset has made a capital goddamn gain. Are you paying capital gains tax? Are you bloody stupid? Are you? I mean, I'm asking you, are you? You think that's right? You want to carry 10 massive ticks on your back sucking your blood? Is that who you are? Were you born a wimp? Are you not the descendants of fucking Vikings and Goths and Zulu warriors and all sorts of warrior nations? And you're going to sit and let a cluster of ticks suck your hard-earned effort and blood on your goddamn back? With a basic scam that is as obvious and as blatant to be called out as calling Snow White white? Come on, guys. Take action. Legally. You are entitled to take action. You are entitled to freedom. You are entitled to the opportunity that sees you build wealth in these reset times. I hope I'm on the right balcony. If someone comes out and hits me with a baseball bat, you'll know I didn't make the right unit. Come on, claim your freedom. Dollar dominance. And so it stays. 111. And there's overperformance to be had on that. Overperformance that is likely to go into a blow-off that will see the USDJPY continue to go super high JPY, squeezy Japanesey. People will know the name that went with that catchphrase in time to come. They will know that the truth was spoken to the best of his knowledge, and many of it shall come to pass as spoken by John the Baptist, the sniper himself, on the events still to come in this crazy ass scam world. Become ungovernable. Stop encouraging them by voting for different sides of hands of left and right arms of the same octopus. Stop funding them. Become part of a global tribe that moves, that works and shares, that puts ideas together, that reduces your onerous taxation. Let me just leave you with this thought. Do you know that if you pay 30% tax, if you pay 30% tax, you are in fact, I'm not sure I'm in the right unit. I should have thought about this a bit more. Checking there's no door numbers. You should, if you paid 30% tax and you doubled the dollar, you would make 22,000 after 20 years, I think it is. If you doubled the dollar for 20 years without the 30% tax at the end of the year, you'd be worth over 1.2 million. 1.2 million, 22,000. Think of the maths on that. Them coming and taking 30% of your money